Do you go out with a story kind of already in your mind, or does it actually develop as you're going through it?
I think we all do this. I mean, the reason why we're visual people is that's the way I think. So when I'm going somewhere, I do have a picture in my head about what that might look like and the types of things that I'm going after. But also, I'm completely ready to throw that to the wind and chase after whatever it is that does seem to be more appropriate or maybe better. So it changes. It's dynamic. I think there's an aspect of pre-visualization, but also the ability to just let go and capture the moment, whatever that moment might be, that is going to be always more authentic than whatever it is that you think is going to be what you're going to be photographing.
So Jeff, out of all these different shoots, what would you say your favorite or your most dynamic shoot was?
Probably my favorite shoot, because it was also the shoot where I met my wife, and it was also the first shoot that I landed with a major magazine. Was a assignment that I got to basically document a climbing expedition that I had organized in northern Alaska in the Brooks Range. And it had been an area that I had been researching for years and was passionate about going to, and finally everything kind of conspired to this point where, you know, there we were in the bush plane flying out into the Arrogetch Peaks to do this climb. And one of the things that I really enjoyed about it is I had sort of decided at the beginning, since the magazine was so flaky about my arrangement with them, they said, great, we like this, what you're doing, photograph this, but we're not putting any chips on the table until we see the pictures. So I figured, well, great. So I'm a climber first, and I'm a photographer second, and so I was able to do both. You know, so often now when I'm a photographer first, that's 100% of my attention. So if I'm you know doing a whitewater rafting expedition in Canada, or if I am you know, doing a backcountry ski assignment, or wherever I am, that goal of making the best photographs that I can, doing the best storytelling that I can, is 100% of what I'm doing. And it's hard sometimes to actually enjoy the experience outside of that. I mean, I enjoy very much what it is that I'm doing, but sometimes traveling like that, it's nice to also be a traveler and also a photographer, and that's what that first assignment was for me.
Okay, now you pretty much have the dream job of getting to go into these places that we all want to go, but you get paid for doing it. How do you get this gig?
Well, first of all, it's very important to remember. I mean, I wouldn't want to do anything else in the world. I mean, I love what it is that I do, and what it is that I do really does seem like a natural progression from all of the work that I was doing, taking people out traveling in the outdoors, guiding people in these types of experiences, wanting to share this passion that I had about these things and show people these things that they can do. So the photography seems very a natural extension of that. I can bring people on these virtual travels to these places, hopefully, and get them inspired about actually doing these things themselves. To actually get in the position where I was able to get that job, I don't know. I think probably the most important thing is, you know, I think today, these days, nobody's just a photographer. I mean, maybe we are, but I think we're a photographer secondarily. You know, I think the best photography in my mind, comes from people who are extremely knowledgeable or passionate about something, and then the photography is a way for them to sort of express that passion, or express what it is that they're seeing. And that's what I would say in terms of trying to find those types of opportunities. Look for the things that you already are passionate about or know about, and begin to photograph and document those things. And you know, you'll find that in that niche of whatever it is that you're interested in, that you're pursuing, there are publications out there. There's websites and blogs, and there's connections, and you can start building this world around whatever it is that you're passionate about, creating that imagery, and then there you are.
Jeff, thanks for inviting us to your studio and for giving us an inside look into your world of photography.
Thank you.
Be sure to subscribe to our blog now to stay updated on my show, and we'll give you tips and insight to keep advancing your photography. Also, check out our guests' website for a closer look at their work. Tune in to our next episode of Advancing Your Photography for an inside look at another photographer's world. Until then, this is Marc Silber reminding you to get out and capture your own images of life.